This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It's quite a nice Sunday afternoon here, and it's an absolute pleasure to be able to bring you another horse to the selection after what has been a lovely week, really, what I've had of relaxing and just doing my own thing, really. Reviewing races and that sort of thing. It's just how life is meant to be, absolutely perfect at the moment. So we've got plenty of time. Everything is looking good at the moment. So before I give you the horse, what we're going to be interested in today, can I just say thank you very much to everybody who supports the channel and watches the videos. It is very much appreciated. Thank you very much. And also those who are looking for more horses that I've identified over the past few years, then just head to the Reprieve Media CIC Racing 2020 website, which can be found at repcicracing2020.ml. Plenty of horses on there. The site is just a bit full to capacity at the moment. At 98%, they only give you a certain amount of space on these free hosting sites. So once you've used space up, you just have to leave it as it is and move on to the next one. And if people just click the horses in focus section on this website, they will see plenty of articles there containing plenty of horses. All right, let's get cracking today. The horse in question, I feel, could be quite an interesting one because it's owned by England's most prolific gambler, and his name is Tony Bloom. For those who don't know, he is also the owner of Brighton and Hove Albion Football Club, and he also owns horses like Energumene, is probably his best horse at the moment, which is also in Willie Mullins' yard. This one, Ile Atlantique, is only a bumper horse. It somehow was allowed, they must have changed the rules to allow it to run in a 4-year-old hurdle race in Auteuil, where it finished third, into a National Hunt flat race in Ireland. I mean, I thought once you'd run in a hurdle, you couldn't run in National Hunt flat races. That's the way, that to me, is the way it should be. They've got away with it here, but no wonder it was 4-7 favourite. The professional gambler running a hurdler in a flat race. So that's how shrewd these people are. They don't like to lose. So this horse here, I think, is definitely worth watching, especially when people consider what's happened at Brighton. He's had a lot of money this year. He's had money for the manager and an average Spanish fullback. He must have had nearly £100 million for that from Chelsea. He's also sold that midfielder, that Malian midfielder, to Tottenham for millions. This man is he's literally printing his own money at the moment, and it's fantastic to see. So basically, this horse here, I think, it's got quite an interesting pedigree. Very interesting pedigree indeed. It's from By Coastal Path is the stallion of it. It straight away brings that's the Marteline line, because Coastal Path and Marteline are out of the same dam. Coraline, pretty sure they are. So this horse here has got a good sire line. So we really now need to look at the dam line to see what we've got. We're going to start by trying to track this. Don't forget the racing post is there only to help the bookies. It's not out there to help anybody else. So this will be an interesting example, just to see how easy it is to track this horse on the racing post. The first dam, Ile Atlantique, obviously by nickname. So again, you've got a superbly bred sire line there on the dam as well. They are trying to tell us at the racing post that the horse raced once and it was beaten 6th in 2016. So we need to go and check what they're telling us is true. And the way we can do that really is go to the French Galop website. You'll see they've got the horse here. The problem we have is when you see that exportation definitely out of the country to Ireland, then it sort of stops tracking it. They They all tell us it's had one run over the jumps. They'll put the run it's had in Ireland on the card, but just not include it in the figures. So it's baffling really why they do that. But we're interested in the dam, Ile Atlantique, and you'll see it in fact race 6 times without much success really over both hurdles and fences. In fact, it wasn't in the first 3 in any of its races. Regarding the pedigree, this is really the first one to have raced. According to the France Gallop, it was empty in 2019, and we've got 3 more after this: Regard Lontan, and then 2 by Pastorius coming down the line, including 1 foaled last year. But this is the one that we're interested in, the 2018 incarnation. You'll see there that if we look at the pedigree, it's the only one that's hit the track is the one that's mentioned on the racing post. The second dam is quite good. Ile Atlantique by Top Bill out of La Relta. She actually raced 22 times overall in France, and she won 7 of her races. And she actually made, at the time, were francs, over 400,000 francs in total prize money. So this is a fair horse. You'll see there that it was on its 3rd last start in 1999. It was placed in a Group 2 hurdle in France, and it finished 3rd. But this is it's got other little pieces of form that make it quite interesting as well. It was 6th in a listed race, and you'll see there the 3rd at Auteuil was the only time it really tried a pattern race hurdle in France. It's an interesting horse. People looking at it on the racing post, they'll tell us it raced 9 times, missed a lot of her runs out. It will give us the important one there, where it was ran in the pre-Barker as well in 1997 and finished 3rd, which seems to be a bigger race in England than it is in France, because it wasn't even a pattern race and they still decided to tell us it ran in it. But that's the race that we're interested in, Group 2 3rd of 1999. People look at the pedigree of it as well. There is a couple of National Hunt pattern race horses quite closely related to it. Ile Atlantique, that's by Satry, and Dubravka by Dreamwell, both rated around the 130 mark. So there's enough there to think that this horse could be a decent jumps horse if given half the chance, which I'm sure Tony Bloom will give it. La Relta, the 3rd dam, again, is interesting to a certain extent. She raced 19 times and won 3. She only raced a few times over hurdles, and was 3rd and was 7th in a group, as a 4th in a Group 3 there actually, was her best performance on the flat. So that's an interesting horse, and the racing post tells us La Relta hasn't even raced and has foaled 2. And you will see that she's in fact foaled 6, including Sleeping Car, which I feel there you'll see the racing post doing its job perfectly for the bookies, because if people were to have by being bored, just happened to type in Sleeping Car into the racing post, they will see that it's raised by La Relta. So what they're doing there really is deliberately masking that fact, I feel. You'll see that it's a former Niarchos horse, and it was actually, according to the racing post, raced 4 times, winning 2, including the 1991 Prix Conseil de Paris. You see it's actually raced 8 times, won 3 times. But why they would not put Sleeping Car on that list? You know, they have got their own obvious reasons for that. They don't want people to know. They don't want people to click through the dams and notice that this horse is well bred. You know, Sleeping Car was a very good stallion in France. If people look at Sleeping Car on the France Galop website, you'll get an idea, excuse me, of just how influential this stallion was in the French jump scene. There you go, look. We had 633 foals, raced 4,473 times. Yeah, it's a stallion, a perfectly reputable stallion, you know, back in the day. So, for a start, I think they're trying to mask it again, you know. I think the Racing Post could have easily put Sleeping Car on that list if they wanted to. They also refused to tell us the dam of Becky. They're just not having it. They obviously know what the dam of Luelta is, but they're just choosing not to tell everybody. So Becky is the dam of Luelta, as we can tell by the France Galop website. Becky, again, didn't really fold a few dams, but not too many. And she's unraced in France. But you never know, because obviously, being an Irish horse, if she was trained in Ireland, raced in Ireland, then they'd be lying to us as well. So what you have to do really is you have to go on one of the legacy sites really. There you'll see that Ile Atlantique is 1E. So you've got the first 4 dams that we're looking at there. Becky is the one we're looking at now. 1964, and you'll see that they have her down as not racing as well. So I think we can trust that. We're going to trust it. The next dam the dam of Becky is Dalama. And Dalama is the one that we remembered. You know, then we had an idea of how well bred this horse was, because this is a good one of the Aga Khan's flat lines. If people look at 1E, family 1E, they will see that it's Dargina. There's Dalama there, look. Foaled in 1957. Becky doesn't get on here. Luelta doesn't get on here. It goes straight to one called Alika, a descendant of a Spanish Oaks winner. But people look, they'll see that there's Dargina, Darcy, Dariaba. You know, some very good Aga Khan fillies there, without any shadow of a doubt. Even out in Japan as well, the line went with the 1985 Japanese Oaks winner, Noah No Hakabuni. You know, this is a good horse, owned by a professional gambler. I mean, I can't see how people cannot want to keep an eye on what this horse is doing. So it'd have been very rude of me not to alert people to the existence of the horse. You know, I think it's a good horse. Whether it's a champion bumper horse at Cheltenham this year or not is another question. You'll see that if we go back to the form of the horse, Ile Atlantique, it ran to 121. Which I think, if people look at the fields of previous champion bumpers, would entitle it to take its chance. It's just where it stands in the pecking order at Willie Mullins' yard. You know, he'd probably have about 7 or 8 in it. Will this be one of them? I don't know. It could well be. It's got the flat speed, hasn't it? If you people go back to look at these horses, Dargina, Darcy and Dariaba, where they all fit in. Dargina, I think Dalama is the 5th dam of Dargina, having looked last night while I was researching this video. If we look at Dargina, she's the 6th dam, of Dargina. Hits me on that, I'm not clicking on it. You just have to trust me. And Darcy, the 5th dam of Darcy. See, there's Jebelina. Look, just to save time, I could have clicked there and proved it, but you know, I've got nothing to gain by lying to people in these videos. So Jebelina, the 4th dam, Dalama the 5th, the 5th and the 6th dam of Dargina, and the 4th and the 5th dam of Darcy. Very interesting horse, this Tony Bloom horse, without any shadow of a doubt. So let's watch it win on the 28th of December at Leopardstown, and then we'll look at wrapping the video up, I think. Oh yeah, this is, you'll see here, I'm not going to show the race, but 38 seconds in, and that's because the first 20 seconds of it, there was no commentary of it, and it was on a split screen for some reason, so we're going to join the race just as they go to full screen. Thank you very much.
Ile Sally, and the back marker is No Time to Wait. Farinelli almost joined by Castleborn North in the striped colours. On the inside is Ostend, followed by Answering. Ile Atlantique next on the outside of Forever Frankie, and then Are You Having a Cup and Ile Sally. Largy Ray on the inside of Golden Star with the back marker in the red and white colours. No Time to Wait, mile and a half to go. And taking over the running is Castleborn
Missed a
North.
furlong or two, 38 seconds, probably,
Leading Farinelli, Ostend,
I don't know,
Answering,
1.5
Ile
furlongs, maybe about
Atlantique
18
next with
second
Forever
furlongs,
Frankie and
bumpers,
Ile
maybe a bit
Sally.
quicker
Are
than
You
that.
Having a Cup, followed by
Then you'll see it there
Golden
in
Star
fourth, just having a nice
Largy
trot
Ray,
round.
No Time to Wait.
Oh, in fifth,
Just
sorry, I
outside
didn't
the
see
final
him.
10
I didn't
furlongs.
see that one in the
And
blue,
it is
sneaking in
Castleborn
between
North,
the
the
other
leader
two.
from Farinelli in the pale blue
We're in
jacket.
the old
And then
Penny colours, I'll put
Ostend
mouse
and
over
Answering.
now, that's ours.
The leading quartet trapped by
Excuse me.
Ile Atlantique, and then Forever Frankie. Are You Having a Cup, and then Largy Ray and Ballysack Sally, with the final couple Golden Star and No Time to Wait. Spacing them out is Castleborn North, a furlong outside the halfway stage. It's Farinelli and Ostend and Answering in fourth. Fifth place is Ile Atlantique, and then Forever Frankie, who's followed by Are You Having a Cup. Largy Ray, No Time to Wait, has picked off two at the back, Golden Star and Ballysack Sally. They're at halfway, continuing well into the back straight in the Midland Legal Solicitors bumper. In the lead is Castleborn North by 2 to 3 lengths from Farinelli, Ostend, Answering, Ile Atlantique, followed by Forever Frankie, Are You Having a Cup, and Largy Ray, No Time to Wait. And ridden along is Golden Star, and tailing off and all but pulled up is Ballysack Sally. 6 furlongs to go. Castleborn North continues in the lead from Farinelli, Ostend, Answering, and they're tracked by Ile Atlantique. So they come off the back straight. 5 furlongs to go. Castleborn North, the leader from Farinelli. Answering is just taking third from Ostend. Ile Atlantique poised on the outside. Then Forever Frankie and Largy Ray, and No Time to Wait is starting to improve his position. And then comes Are You Having a Cup and Golden Star next. Half a mile left to go. Castleborn North by 2 lengths to Farinelli. Moving into a closing third is Ile Atlantique, who's followed by Answering, and No Time to Wait is taking closer out on the inside of a fading
Travels well, don't it, Owens, I must say.
Forever Frankie, and then Are You Having a Cup?
Just looks so
As they run
effortless.
the home turn, 3 furlongs to go. And it's Castleborn North heading for the final bend, pursued by Farinelli and Ile Atlantique on the outside. The leaders are joined by No Time to Wait. These 4 go away from Answering and Largy Ray, straightening with less than 2 furlongs to go. And the picture is changing. Ile Atlantique on the outside of Farinelli. Up the running rail is No Time to Wait. Inside the final furlong, nothing between Ile Atlantique and Farinelli. Inside the final 150 yards, it's Patrick Mullins and Derek O'Connor doing battle. And it's Ile Atlantique. It's Willies in the last. Ridden by Patrick. Ile Atlantique pulls away to beat Farinelli. And No Time to Wait.
Ile Atlantique wins the bumper, the final race.
It's Willies in the bumper, ridden by Patrick, as if this man knows them. Do you know what I mean? I hate sycophantic control commentators sometimes. That they just let people know that they're in on it. Awful commentary at the end there. Willie and Patrick, like he goes round there for dinner every day, goes to the same lodge and shakes their hand maybe. That'd be as far as they know each other. It's an interesting race though. I thought the horse found plenty for pressure, without any shadow of a doubt there. And I think it looks a nice horse, Ile Atlantique. Yeah, I think it's one definitely worth paying attention to. without any shadow of a doubt. So what I will do now is I will look to wrap the video up. What I'll do towards the end is there will be a couple of things for people to click on. One of them will be allowing you to subscribe to the channel should you wish to, so you don't miss any of these horses as and when they're released, because I don't. One of the beauties of doing this purely for fun and not for profit is I can put videos up when I want. I can go weeks without doing any. I can put 10 up a day. It doesn't matter to me. You know, I'm not. It is what it is, this channel. So if people want to subscribe to it and so they don't miss any, they can do if they want. And also there will be a link to the playlist containing all the National Hunt horses that we've looked at so far on the channel. I think off the top of my head, this might be the 12th one. We've definitely got another one to do. I don't know, we're getting close to March time now, where they need to be reviewed in February and then watched in March and April, May. You know, you can't review them if you keep adding to it. So there is going to be some sort of cut-off period. You know, but this one, Ile Atlantique, very nice horse. And hopefully it will do us proud and its owner proud over the years. Thank you very much for watching the video, everybody. Take care, and thank you again for supporting the channel. Take care, everybody, and look after yourselves.